Did you know a young boy drowned here? He wasn't a very good swimmer. The counselors weren't paying attention.
Oh my God.
He should have been watched every minute.
Oh God.
You see, he was my son. His name was Jason. And today is his birthday.
What's up, y'all? So, finally, we're at the end. This is the end of my long-running Friday the 13th franchise reviews. It's been quick, it's been fun, it's been real. But now I'm about to close it out with a remake from 2009. This movie, it's pretty damn good. I gotta say, there's nothing really I can say negative about it. There's actually a lot of positives in this one. So, in case you're wondering if I had anything bad to say about it, I can't really think of nothing. Like, really, I've jogged my head trying to think of something negative to say about this one, but there's really nothing negative I can think of when it comes to the 2009 remake. Michael Bay directed this, and he also directed, I believe, the Texas Chainsaw remake from 2003, so there's a lot of vibes of that one in this one, but starting out, I just want to say I thought it was cool that they incorporated Mrs. Voorhees in this, in the opening of the movie. They pick up previously in the 1980s, where Mrs. Voorhees has slaughtered everyone at Crystal Lake over the death of Jason, and there's one survivor left, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be Alice from the original run of these movies, but she decapitates Mrs. Voorhees, and the actress who played Mrs. Voorhees in this was pretty good. I liked her voice. I liked her. I thought she was pretty cool. She was a decent stand-in for Betsy Palmer, you know. And interestingly enough, a lot of people nowadays, if you hear it, when they bring up a reboot of Friday, if they do another reboot of this, which I don't think they need to just give us a sequel to this one or come up with something good, some kind of original idea. But a lot of them will say that they think it would be interesting to have Mrs. Voorhees back as the killer. And I'm not saying that that wouldn't be a good idea or it wouldn't be clever to see how they would execute that nowadays in modern time. But here's the thing. Jason has been established as our killer since part 2. So to go all the way back and retcon all this shit and try to do like Halloween 2018 and establish Mrs. Voorhees as the killer once again, it's not going to work. It's not going to fly with today's audience because we're going to go in knowing it's already her anyways. I mean, if they try to sell us on the idea through a trailer that it's not Jason and Jason has nothing to do with it, even if he's mentioned in it, if we know he's not the killer, then it just wouldn't work. I don't believe it would pay off with today's audience because everybody has got Jason in their subconscious so fucking buried, so fucking deep that just any Friday movie without him just wouldn't work. It'd be like the Halloween 3 of the Friday movies, pretty much. Like I said, Friday 5 was, so if you don't got Jason in it, it's just not going to work. This movie, though, offers a lot. It's got a lot of good humor in it. The humor pays off really well in a lot of areas. There's a lot of funny-ass people in this. So the humor's great. I really enjoyed it. And it doesn't lack on the weed. The potheads in this. There's a lot of fucking stoners. Throughout the Friday movies, there's been at least 2 or 3 stoners in the Friday movies, but this one has an abundance of potheads in it. And I gotta give props to my good friend Emily over at Emily on Elm Street. In her Friday the 13th review, she mentioned how funny it is that the struggles the group of kids in this movie go through to get weed. I mean, they go through some serious lengths that travels and brings them all the way to Crystal Lake to find this bundle of weed hidden in the woods of Crystal Lake. And they go through hell trying to find it. And I mean hell literally, because Jason is there and he kills about half of them, pretty much all of them except for Whitney, Clay Miller's sister in this, but it's just funny the shit they go through to get to weed, because one day they're going to legalize that shit. And like she said, it's going to be hilarious to see what all the people look back at, all the crazy shit they had to do to get weed before then. Because you know, people who will literally travel to fucking Mexico to get weed and go through all kind of bullshit, you know, just to get fucking weed. It's funny as hell, because I myself don't smoke weed, so I laugh my ass off when I see potheads getting arrested all the fucking time on cops. It's just funny shit. And there's a lot of funny stoners in this. Not just the main cast, the main group we're introduced to at the beginning of the movie, with Whitney and her boyfriend and a few other friends of theirs. There's two guys that is in the group that has found this weed in the woods of Crystal Lake, and they're trying to find it using GPS, which is funny as hell. And it doesn't skip on the breast either. There's a lot of nudity in this one. Probably the most nudity we've seen since the early entries of the Friday series, parts 3 and 4. Even Jason Goes to Hell would be the last time I think we had a lot of sex and nudity in the Friday series. And this one, like I said, it spared no expense when it comes to breast. But the beginning opens up with a great kill scene from Sackhead Jason, and we get two different versions of Jason in this. You get the classic Sackhead from part 2, because in this movie they incorporated variations from part 2, 3, and 4 in this. Just certain theme elements of those movies. Nothing particular to the characters from those particular films, but just certain homages. Kill scenes, just the way they set up a scene, or the dialogue. It's reminiscent of the first 4 Friday films. That's what this one's based on anyways. And like I said, we get two different versions of Jason. You get the Sackhead, Steve Dash's version from part 2, and you get the iconic hockey mask. Can't talk today. You get the iconic hockey mask later on in the movie, and the hockey mask in this is pretty damn cool. I really liked it. It's a new design. It's not as accurate as the original from part 3, but it's a redesign of it, and it still fits. It still looks great on Jason in this movie, so I actually like it. It's got my seal of approval, no doubt. And the guy that plays Jason in this, Derek Mears, I gotta say, Derek did a damn good job as Jason. I love what they did with the character. You know, I like how they made Jason more human in this one and not so supernatural. It fits more in the timeline of this one. They decided against the fact that, you know, making him teleport to here and there. They wanted to give a reason how he's able to go from one spot to the next just like that. And instead of saying, oh, he just teleports, they decided to build these underground tunnels under Crystal Lake, laced with these bells and whistles that would trigger and alarm Jason if anybody was up above ground walking around and shit, and he would know that there was some young, fresh meat out there that he had to go kill. So, you know, anytime a bell rings underground, he's like, yep, routine's about to fuck, let me go kill these motherfuckers. So, you know, it's pretty cool how they did that. And what's interesting about this one is at the beginning, when Jason slaughtered all of Whitney's friends, he kept her. He kidnaps her for the majority of the movie, and he doesn't kill her. And the reasons I believe he didn't do it is because she reminds him of her mother. His mother, Mrs. Voorhees. She kind of looks like her in this amulet that she's got, necklace around her neck. It's a picture of Mrs. Voorhees, I believe, but Whitney kind of looks like her. Emily, I don't think you look like Mrs. Voorhees, don't worry. Whitney kind of resembles Mrs. Voorhees. So, yeah, for them reasons, Jason doesn't kill her right away and at all throughout the movie. He tries, but he doesn't get the chance to. And let's see, if there's any characters that I didn't like in this, it would definitely be the dickhead boyfriend, Trent, played by Travis Van Winkle in this. This guy's the ultimate jackass, the ultimate jock, the ultimate dick face. I mean, he's just the worst boyfriend that a girl could ever have. He cheats on his girlfriend all the time throughout the whole movie. He's a dick to his friends. He treats his friends like shit. He's just a smart-ass college boy that's a piece of shit. Like, really, man, he is. But what I'm going to drop on y'all with some knowledge, a fun fact, the fact that the character of Trent is actually the same exact Trent character from the Transformers movie. Another Michael Bay movie. And yeah, weirdly enough, the actor that played Trent in this confirmed that on bloodydisgusting.com one time that the character of Trent that he plays in this is the exact same Trent from the Transformers movie. So he was a douchebag in Transformers, and he's a piece of shit in this, but in this one he gets killed like a motherfucker by Jason, and it's so satisfying. I loved it when he fucking died, because he screamed like a little bitch when that damn body dropped off the top of the house into the police car. He's like, ah! He screamed like a fucking little girl, and it was hilarious. And I really laughed my ass off when he died, because I thought it was fucking so well deserved. But yeah, there's a weird connection between the first Transformers movie and the Friday the 13th reboot universe. So there's that. I don't really know why they decided to make that connection, but I think it's kind of cool that they did. Also, let's see. Like I said, the potheads are funny as hell in this. And there's one in particular that I really liked, and that's Chewie, the Asian guy. So I can't believe I forgot to mention this during my review. The stoner that was a farmer in this, Clay Miller, runs up on this pothead, redneck, inbred, backwoods motherfucker. And he's still on the trail looking for his sister Whitney, passing out flyers, see if anyone in town has seen her. And this dude offers Clay some weed, and a bunch of weed. He says, hey man, I just found a bunch of shit out in the woods, man. I'll offer you some if you want it, And Clay's like, nah man, I'm good. He's like, you sure? You sure did? Fuck your shit up, boy. Good stuff. I just always thought that was funny as hell, because he's such a dumbass, and he also has a infatuation, a fetish for fucking mannequins. He's got a mannequin up in his basement that he claims took his virginity, so I don't know what the fuck was up with that. I didn't know a mannequin could do that, so I thought that was pretty funny, and I thought I would mention it. So anyways, yeah, it's been Savini Jason, and y'all have a good week.